Hello and welcome to my channel, Dave Makes Stuff. You're watching episode 2 of our off-road Audi TT build project. Since we last posted, we've put the big wheels on, and that threw up a problem in that the tyres were getting too close to the fuel filler at the back. If it had been just about anything else, I'd have probably lived with it, but the fuel filler and the plastic filler pipe is one thing that you don't want to mess with. I don't want to go over a bump and turn the car into a fireball, so we had to do something about it. So you can perhaps just about make out in this shot the plastic fuel pipe in the background there. We figured the easiest way to get round this was just to put some wheel spacers on, but if we do, then we get up close against the wheel arch, so that's going to have to move as well. So starting round on the passenger side, the wheel arch is made up of two skins and then a sort of end plate over the back. So if we can cut off the end plate, it becomes quite easy then to move the skins out. Time to get straight in there with the angle grinder. Always easier to cut first and ask questions later. Always keep a guard on the angle grinder. Always use two hands when grinding. Other things probably apply as well. Anyhow, having cut the end off the wheel arch, we end up with something looking a bit like this. What you're seeing is the two skins, the inner and outer wheel arch. They're just folded over one another. They've not got a lot of stiffness or strength of their own. So once we get some suitably sized persuaders on them, they actually move quite easily for us. So to move the arch out, I've just got a big adjustable spanner and a steel plate to spread the load out. And I'm just working it out a little at a time, not moving too far in any one go, and just slowly working my way around the arch, pulling it out, pulling it out. I'll come back afterwards with a template just to check how far it's gotten. Make sure that the two sides match and so forth. But it's really, you can see the whole panel moving. But as long as you're not too enthusiastic with it, it's only the arch that stays moved afterwards. The rest of it's just elastic movement. They're only thin panels. Just working my way right down to the bottom of the arch. Just finishing it off. There we are. And you can see there the lip of the arch has rolled out, so it should now clear the wheel once we've moved them out on the spacers. The paintwork was a bit scratched before, but the spreader has protected it and it's no worse now we're done. So now that we've created room for them, time to go and get the spacers. These are 20mm thick, they're 6061 aluminium, hub-centric, and they have a 5x100 bolt pattern which a Mark 1 Audi TT needs, or otherwise I'm going to look quite ridiculous in a minute. The first step to fitting the spacer is obviously to take the wheel off. Here's Julia. The car is hers. It's her project as much as it's mine. Chance to pick up some skills, hopefully make something interesting, have some fun along the way, and also lift and shift heavy things. Like Land Rover tyres on Volkswagen rims. So the spacer just goes straight on the hub in place of the wheel, and then you reuse your existing wheel bolts, 17mm socket. We're just test fitting here, but obviously it absolutely goes without saying that you must torque your bolts up correctly, as driving on 3 wheels gets really exciting and I don't want to do that. Then after that it's just a matter of putting the wheel back on and torquing the wheel bolts up. Just while we're here, ought really to talk about those horizontal steel plates sticking out at the back. They're absolutely not going to stay like that. Those will form part of the rear arches, which will be formed from steel, welded in, trimmed back. Obviously this isn't Mad Max, and injuring pedestrians or anybody else is generally frowned on. So no sharp edges. Anyway, finishing off tightening up the wheel bolts. Didn't get a shot of torquing them up, but rest assured it did happen. And there we are, with the wheel sitting nicely in the rolled out arch. So just the driver's side left to do. And then hopefully we'll have the clearance we're looking for between the driver's side rear wheel and the plastic fuel filler pipe. Here's Julia again, taking off the driver's side rear wheel this time. And then just like on the passenger side, it's a 17mm socket to fit the spacers, making sure everything's properly torqued and secure before you actually drive it anywhere. Wheel into position, bolt it all up and lower it carefully off the jack. Once it's all down and stable, we can take a look inside the wheel arch and just confirm that the clearance there, it's not really that easy to see, but the clearance there is a lot better now. So we've spaced the wheels out, we've moved the wheel arches, we're clear of the fuel filler, and that about wraps us up for today. So thank you for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe, and we'll keep you up to date with the rest of the build.